What's good everyone, it's your boy yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2G's here, and today we're here to talk about Cochise, a rapper who has been making waves recently and who has been blowing up. Now in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I've seen some people discussing him possibly being an industry plant. I wanted to talk about that because I think there are some interesting stats, figures, and label behind the scenes stuff that's clearly going on to me, and I want to discuss it, so let's break it down.
I ride Peter Paul smoke, I'm shooting for the moon and the stars. They know who we are. Jump in my car, my shit push the start. Pay the picture like art. Yeah, I know I broke her heart. Know I broke her heart. Baby girl, where do I start? Yeah, where do I start? Yeah, was on his bed like a nigga throw dart. If you can't keep up, get left in the dark. 2 times tycoon, but it's one with the sharks. Yeah, should've known that boy was a nard.
And first of all, guys, if you guys don't know, I'm currently running a giveaway of some unreleased Playboy Carti merch I did back in 2017. You can see it on screen right here. It's a really fire design. If you guys want to get a chance to win this, all you got to do is head over to my Instagram at yadiiiigg, which you can see on screen right here. Follow me, like the post, tag 2 friends in the comments. Really simple to enter, and I do ship anywhere internationally, and I do pay for the shipping myself. Pretty simple, just go over to my Instagram if you want, but let's get to the video. Now, first of all, the term industry plant is such a loaded term. Your definition is different from my definition. To me, it's someone who is kind of fronting this persona, acting as if they're independent, but really behind the scenes, they're getting help from a label, they're getting marketing from the label, they're getting money invested into their music, etc, etc. Now, that's my definition, because that's kind of lying to your fans and putting on this image and this front as if you're doing it by yourself, but really this money is being invested into you to plant you within the industry. Again, that's just my definition. Okay, first of all, and this was something that was super telling to me, I want you guys to watch this video from November 2019. The lighting is kind of average, the color correction is kind of average. It's not a terrible looking video, it's just kind of average, middle of the road. It's edited okay. But then we got this video in April 2020, and look at the difference. Like, you can clearly see there's been such a huge budget increase just off the difference between these 2 videos alone. And keep in mind, these songs were released close together. This is just a newer video they did. So this is something that stood out to me already. This says to me, hey, labels are with this guy. Hey, he's getting money invested in him. Remember, a lot of what the labels do is the image and the presentation. They have connections, they have the budget to really make these high quality music videos here. Whereas this one, again, no diss to the director, but it's just kind of like an average middle of the road rap video, if you will. Now, next we have to talk about TikTok. Now, of course, I've talked about TikTok a lot in this channel before. You guys know how I feel about the platform. It's a really good platform for discoverability. The way they kind of work their algorithms means that if you have some interesting, unique, or even just good content, you're probably going to get discovered sooner or later. Secondly is the way they integrate the music into it. You know, they have the thing down the bottom that says the music name. I believe it kind of links to the platforms as well. And third of all, we've seen so many songs blow up, and Cochise is a beneficiary of this platform. And as you can see right here, these are just some compilations I've got up of Cochise's success on the platform, not to mention 5.1 million views just with the hashtag Cochise alone. So that is super important to note. Next, we move on to Spotify. Now, as you can see right here, this is just one playlist I found, which is super telling. As you can see, it says TikTok songs that can't get out of your head, presumably has 300,000 followers, and Cochise is currently number 10 in that playlist alone. And that's just one playlist. There are so many TikTok playlists which put the most pop in TikTok songs, and then people can go through and kind of think, oh hey, heard that song from that TikTok before, it's cool, it's in my Spotify library right now. And then on top of this, we get to his actual playlist followers. Look at this increase just in the last month alone, from what, probably 100 to 200,000 to over 6 million. Then we get to his actual Spotify listeners. Hopefully my face isn't blocking this, but it's about probably what, 20-30k last year in July, and then this year at the same time it's nearly 1.2 million. And don't get this twisted, a lot of this is coming from TikTok. And you guys got to think, how do songs get on TikTok? How do they get these placements? One way is people already seeing other TikToks and using the same song as that TikTok, but to even get on those TikToks in the first place, a lot of the time, and this is well known, labels are paying these influencers good money to use their artist songs, and I can almost guarantee you Cochise or someone from Cochise's team has paid for TikTok placements. Okay, so those are kind of like the stats and the figures for the context behind it. The only thing that kind of points to the industry plant and him being kind of pushed by the label is the difference in the music video quality, and then also the TikTok thing is a bit suspicious, but anybody can pay TikTokers and kind of reach out for that type of stuff. And before we continue on, guys, just some quick shameless self promotion. If you guys don't know, I currently have some merch up available for purchase. I've got some Carti merch pieces, I got my own yadiiiigg merch piece, I got some Travis, I got some Eternal Take merch, etc. Link will be in the description if you want to cop. I do ship anywhere internationally, and I'm still shipping out during these COVID periods, so go cop some if you want. But let's get back to the video. Okay, next we move on to something that's super interesting and probably the most telling thing about his label situation right now. This is in the description of his video so far. Can you see a difference between all of these right here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now, if you guys didn't know, look at this right here. It's actually been claimed, licensed to YouTube on behalf of Columbia, whereas the other ones weren't, and none of the other music videos from him that I checked were. Now, this is super telling because for somebody, especially Columbia or Sony Music Entertainment, to actually claim your music, it means that they have to have some sort of ownership or licensing agreement with Cochise to claim this music. AKA, this means Cochise has probably signed to Columbia or Sony Music at this point in time. Now, why this is kind of shady and a little bit industry planty, again, I don't necessarily like that term, but I guess if the shoe fits, wear it. Cochise hasn't announced this at all, as far as I'm aware. Willing to be corrected on that right there. And that's kind of like the only thing I don't like when artists do. Artists, own your shit. If you're independent, say you're independent, that's beautiful. If you sign to a label, just be honest. Don't front as if you're doing everything yourself. You don't have marketing budgets. You don't have a team behind you. If really you're getting a lot of money invested in you. Now, what's also interesting as well, if you look at the Spotify for the very same song as this song right here, it says Cochise down the bottom. Now, this is a tactic labels will use a lot. They'll kind of set up like a shell label, if you will, kind of like a business does with the Shell Corporation thing, where they kind of hide their ties and hide their affiliations within another name in order to protect their identity or something like that. So in this one right here, it says 2019 Cochise. Now, what I would guess, this was originally done because Cochise was uploading using like DistroKid or something like that, but once Sony Music or Columbia got involved, they wanted to keep up that image and that persona of an independent movement. So what they did was they kept the licensing on Spotify and the streaming services the same whilst he was actually signed, which is why it's been licensed right here. Again, I cannot 100% confirm all of this. Okay, and this is when we need to pause the video. As you can see on screen right here, I originally recorded everything and edited everything in this video on the 23rd and on the 24th to be released that week. Everything apart from the giveaway plug at the start and the merch promotion in the middle. As you can see, my beard is looking different and the video is looking different as well. The reason why I didn't drop this video is because other videos came up and I didn't get a chance to. However, why I'm making this edit is because basically all the guesses I made about him being signed to Columbia Records have come to fruition. However, not in the best way possible. As you can see right here, his most recently released single, which was released last week, has come out under Columbia Records, whereas the song he released before that on Spotify wasn't under Columbia Records, which means he's been signed very recently. Now, the only issue I have to this, and again, shout out to Cochise, big ups for his success. I really wish you all the best for the future. As I said, your music is fire, but the only issue I take with this, as I said throughout this video, is the fact that it hasn't been announced at all. As you can see on Columbia's official website, it doesn't list Cochise at all. Plus, if you go to his Instagram, nowhere does it mention him signing to Columbia in any way, shape, or form. Plus, I don't think it's a coincidence that the very same time period he signs in, he gets a feature on Genius, and on top of this, he gets a feature on YouTube Music. Now, again, this is just my interpretation of the term industry plant. I don't like when artists kind of keep up this front and keep up this persona of them being independent, not being signed, when really under the table, they've been signed for a minute and they're getting that help from the labels. So yeah, in regards to Cochise, it's very clear at this stage that he's no longer an independent artist. He's getting money and he's getting the push from Columbia. And again, big ups to Cochise. I hope he has a lot of success. His music is really fire. But as you can see right here, he's been secretly signed like countless other artists have been in the past. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. What do you think about Cochise's music? What do you think about the fact that he's been secretly signed? Let me know. I am curious. Also guys, before we finish this video, a reminder about my giveaway. As I said in the start of the video, very simple. All you got to do is follow me, like the post, tag 2 friends in the comments, and then you can win a free piece of Cardi merch. I do ship anywhere internationally and I do pay for the shipping myself, so nothing to lose. Make sure to enter if you want, and if you haven't, make sure that like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, all that good YouTube stuff. I'm pumping out the content daily for y'all, and there are more videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.